Hi, this is Sonicwork. I'm excited to launch a brand new tutorial series where I will guide you through the complete process of creating uplifting trance from start to finish. We will cover everything from sound design, arrangement, mixing, mastering, and hopefully covering the most important aspects that brings this genre to life. So let's get started. So first I will choose the kick. So basically I would just start by previewing the different samples. See here. Yeah, that's fine. The next step will be to make sure that the kick is in mono all the time. So I'm just gonna add the utility plugin and engage the mono button. So now it's completely mono. Then after that I will create the sub, and for that I'm going to use the Serum VST. Serum synthesizer. And here the most important thing is, of course, I use this saw waveform. I think that's the mostly used for sub basses. But other than that, it's important to always keep the sub bass in retrigger mode. So in silence you have like a button like retrigger, then the sub bass is gonna always play the same note. And in Serum you have this parameter called random, and you just reduce it to 0%, and then you have put basically the sub in a retrigger mode. So now I'm going to create the pattern. I'm going to choose in the key of F. The pattern's going to be in the key of F. Yeah, and it's going to be offbeat double note, because I think that's usually what I choose when creating uplifting trance. But of course you can choose creating like a classic one note offbeat too. But for this I'm going to use the double note offbeat pattern. So let's get back to Serum and make sure we're on the right octave. So this is too high, still too high. Yeah, perfect. -3. The next step will be to engage the filter. And for that I'm going to use MG-Low 24. I'm going to increase the drive knob here to 10%. And for the resonance, I usually keep it around 0 to 10. But for this example, I'm going to use, let's say, 5%. Then you can play around with the cutoff. Yeah, that's fine. Or maybe 290. Yeah, 290. 290. Yeah, and just like the kick, we want to keep the sub bass in mono too, so we're going to put the utility plugin here too. Engage the mono button. The next step will be to add kind of sub enhancer, and for that I'm going to use BX sub filter by Brainworks. And what it basically does is to boost specific frequencies on the instrument. So now I'm going to engage this button here, and you're gonna hear it's gonna definitely boost the lower frequencies of the sub filter. Sorry, the sub. And because the sub is in the key of, I think it was F, yeah, F. Because it's on the key of F, we're going to put it on 44 Hertz. Yeah, I think the key of F on this octave is 44 Hertz. Then I'm going to lower some of the low end. Use it to, I think -3 is fine. Yeah. Next step will be to put an LFO tool on the sub, just to make sure that none of the sub frequencies of the sub bass does not bleed into the first beat of the kick, because we want to keep the kick and sub totally separate from each other. So basically I'm just making a square like this. You don't have to do a square, you can just also do like a, you know, regular yeah, kind of sidechain shape. But for this I usually do a square like this. And you can see that visually that the sub is actually bleeding into the first beat. So by using the LFO tool we can get rid of that signal. You can hear some of some clipping, no, not clipping, snapping going on. Now I'm just gonna also gonna make sure to keep the volume of the sub a bit lower than the kick, because we want to make sure that the kick is always the dominant element in the mix. So right now we can see that the sub is actually higher in the volume compared to the kick, which is not what we want. So we are just going to lower the sub just a little bit. you want to keep the kick and the sub around the same volume. But the sub should be just a little bit lower compared to the kick. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's it. On the next tutorial, I'm going to go through the mid bass part. So yeah, see you on the next tutorial.